Round here, them guns get the last word.
You guys remember when Harada said in Tekken 3 era, the official settings material included a strategy guide that stated Ogre is not a singular being. Instead, there is at least one Ogre in every continent or archipelago nation. Now, what we thought is something like this, where the Ogres look pretty much the same. There's just different colors, different clothing, different garments, but they all look like this Ogre. But what we're quickly realizing is that that is not the case, especially in their true form. This is the true Ogre of Central America. And this is the true Ogre of Madagascar. Now, what does this true Ogre of Madagascar look like in their ancient Ogre form? I don't know. But it's interesting that all of these ogres look so different from one another. But then also keep in mind that someone 1,000 years ago put all of these creatures in a tomb. Either Claudio's organization, the Manji clan, the Mishimas, Zafina's organization, Mokujin. There was a lot of things happening in that era that could have sealed away all of these demons and creatures. But I asked the question, why not kill them? And maybe you can't. But you killed Ogre in Central America. Azazel still exists in multiple different ways, so I don't know. You have two monstrous versions of Ogre right here. Two monstrous. Now think about there being like 18 more of these guys. 20 of these monstrous creatures roaming around. One, why would they not fight each other and try to kill each other? Like this guy being stuck on a small island of Madagascar, I'm sure he would want to go over to the continent Africa and get busy. Why do they not do that? And then you have Azazel existing at the same time as all of them. And Azazel is spanning the entire globe because we see artifacts and things worshiping monuments that worship Azazel scattered around. So Azazel can't be an ogre because he is not the ogre of Egypt. He is the rectifier of all things. That's interesting. The rectifier of all things, Azazel at the top. Ogres next level. I don't know. I want to see the more lore that they give us about Tekken makes me think about the older days of Tekken. Because who created Mokujin? Where does he come from? Why does he want beef with all of these creatures? Also, you know, Mokujin awakes whenever a ogre demonic creature is alive. So the fact that, but I mean, Marizu is enhanced by this demon spirit. So Mokujin should be sensing that and should be hunting her down. Mokujin always awakes when these creatures are active. And it seems like Marizu has been doing her thing for the longest time. And Mokujin ain't trying to get over there and clap those cheeks. What's going on, Mokujin? They don't want to expose the retconning needed. Tekken always had supernatural stuff going on. Yeah, I like it. I like the supernatural aspect. I think this is why I want to see the era when before those creatures was sealed away. Because I mean, look, let me show you the Tekken 8 story. What's it called thing once more. Look at this. So this is pretty crazy, right? You have Azazel, the rectifier of all things. You have two Devil Gene creatures standing next to him. And you have humans down here worshiping him. In that era, humans worshipped Azazel, and these creatures were his, like, knights. But Claudio's organization, Zafina, Mokujin, the Mishimas, all of those guys basically waged war and killed those guys. And that's what you see in this next couple of panels is that this is a Mishima right here. This is the ancient Mishima warrior. He goes around and slays a 7-headed demon. You have the god of thunder fighting. You have samurais. That era of Tekken seems so fire, bro. The ancient samurai Mishimas fighting Azazel demons, and then the ogres running rampant. Don't that sound chaotic, bro? 20 ogres, an army of Devil Gene creatures, and Azazel, and who knows what else. Because also there's a theory, there's an idea that Soulcalibur is canon to Tekken. And if Soulcalibur is canon to Tekken, that means that all of Soulcalibur would have been happening at the same time as well. Soul Edge. Oh my God. Oh my God. They should do a Soulcalibur. Look, if Soulcalibur really does suck and if the franchise is dying or whatever, they should just make the next Soulcalibur game the Tekken origin story. Putting Azazel and Ogre and all those characters away. I don't know. At this pace, bro, I don't know if we'll ever get answers, bro. The Tekken developers be giving us answers so slowly. You're on to something, Moon? Yeah, it's literally all there. Like, when you look at the lore of all the characters, it's there. Claudio's, in his story, it said his organization existed for thousands of years. Same thing with Zafina's, same thing with the Manji clan. I think the Manji clan is the newest of the organizations. Tekken 8 tells us that the mission was fighting demons way back then. It's Mokujin existed for thousands of years. It's all there. All they have to do is just put it together. But also, if they didn't want to explore the past, then unlock the present, right? Because you have Ogre of Madagascar. I hope Marizu triggers all the other ogres to awake. And that would be so fire, bro, if all of the other ogres awake. Think about it. Tekken 9, we think it's going to be, oh, Heihachi's back again and Heihachi versus Kazuya and Jin all over again. Oh, this story is so boring. But what if that's not what they're doing? Patch notes are out. Are you sure? I feel like I was cooking. This is the worst time for the patch notes to come out. Where is the patch notes? Hey, send it to me in my DMs.